Good afternoon, students. In yesterday's class, we have discussed the classification of cables. In that, we have seen some cables. Next classification, today we have to see how the conductor's capacity changes in overhead lines. It may be purely copper, it may be aluminum, it may be alloy, but the thermal property and ductile tensile strength properties are going to changing different capacity of the conductors. In same fashion, in underground cables also, the dielectric strength of insulation is goes on changing for different voltage rating capacities. That is only main understanding points, sir. So in second category, screened type cables. Under that, second principle, SL type. In this type of cables, clearly observed in the diagram, each core or conductor is covered by lead sheath. Lead covering is there. All lead coverings are going to contact each other. This whole combination or assembly is covered by a cotton tape. After that, as usual, armoring layer is there, outer sheath is there. This lead sheath covering will produce screening action to the conductors. Hence, we are getting some advantages. The SL type cable means separate lead, that is the name itself shows SL, separate lead type cable. It is also basically H type cable, but screening action around each core is provided by lead sheath. In this type of cable, there is no overall lead sheath, but only armoring and serving layers are present or provided. By using this type of construction of cables, we are going to get some main advantages over H type cable. Number one, separate sheaths are used, hence it minimizes the possibility of core to core breakdown. Number one. Number two, bending facility of cable increases to elimination of overall lead sheath. As compared to H type, bending capacity also increases. Where the bending more is required for the installation of situations, then we have to prepare SL type of cables. Along with their advantages, some disadvantages also occur. 3 lead sheaths of SL cable are much thinner. These layers are very thinner, hence a proper process is required in manufacturing process. This is only one main disadvantage. Next, we have to discuss limitation of solid type cables. So up to this point, what we have discussed, different type of cables, all belongs to solid type of cable because dielectric is used pure solid only. There is no combination of oil, there is no combination of gas. Hence, these are referred as solid type cables. But solid type cables use is limited to 66 kV with much better dielectric strength. If we are using 66 kV, hence we have to select other type of cables, or you can call limitations of solid type cables. If you are using, or why the limitations are available? Sir, when a solid cable or conductor is loaded, the conductor carries high magnitude of current. As the load current increases, magnitude of current flowing through the conductor or cable also increases. then which produces increase in loss. This increase in loss produces increase in heat. Hence this produces very danger. This produces increase in heat or expands the heat from conductor to lead sheath, hence which may damage the dielectrics, and that is of the cable. This is one point. Second one, when the load on the cable decreases, the conductor may cools, or it may affected by partial vacuum action. Due to this, if pinholes are present in the lead sheath, then moist air may be absorbed by the cable. This is very unwanted property. Moisture absorption, or if the dielectric is hygroscopic, moisture absorption of dielectric reduces dielectric strength of insulation. Hence, it may cause the damage of the cable. Hence, always the dielectric should be non-hygroscopic, that is, holes should not be present. This is also one. The holes may affect or they may form when these are subjected to high voltage. Number 3, voids are also present. If voids are present in the insulation cable, but modern techniques have been developed, they are preparing without void. That is also improvement in technology. But while operating conditions, these voids are also formed due to expansion and contraction of sheath and the impregnated compound. This process of formation of voids decreases dielectric strength. Again, the presence of pinholes and voids are important. These formation of voids and pinholes limits the dielectric strength. Hence, such solid type cables use is limited to 66 kV only. For voltages beyond 66 kV, solid type cables are unreliable. It is already known fact, because there is a danger of breakdown of insulation due to the presence of voids. When the operating voltage is greater than 66 kV, the solid type cables are not used. In place of solid cables, we have to prefer pressure type cables. Hence, these cables are used more than 66 kV. In pressure cables, the voids are eliminated by increasing the pressure of compound, and for this reason they are called pressure cables. So, the name itself implies putting the some pressure on conductor and dielectric. Hence, there is less chances of formation of voids and holes. Due to this, dielectric strength of the cable increases. For this principle, again we are having two types: oil filled cables, gas pressure cables. In oil filled cables, channels and ducts are used for the circulation of oil. Sir, this oil is under pressure. This oil is under pressure, is constantly supplied to the channel or duct by the external reservoir. This external reservoir should be kept or placed at a distance of 500 meter along the route of cable. This is some extra care should be taken. If we are using such type of cables, then we have to construct a external reservoir. Through this external reservoir, pressurized oil is supplied to the ducts and channels construction in cables. Oil under pressure compresses the layers of paper insulation and forced to avoid the formation of voids. Hence, the pressure is produced by the oil pressure action. Hence, there is less chance of the formation of voids. There is a less chance of formation of voids. Hence, there is a increase in dielectric strength of cable. Hence, such cables are used 66 kV to 230 kV. Sir, again oil filled cables are having three types: single core conductor channel, single core sheath cable, three core filler space channels. You remember main action of pressure and oil pressure. After that, sub classification with only from diagram. Few points you have to remember, sir. You see the diagram. Diagram shows single core conductor channel oil filled cable. It is having a separate construction. See there, in the center part there is no conductor or there is no core. This center part is only oil channel. In this type of construction of cable, central part of core is oil channel. To this oil channel, oil is supplied by the external reservoir. From the external reservoir, pressurized oil flows to oil channel, and surrounding this oil channel, conductors are there. Conductors are placed. See there, this channel is made of spiral steel tape. It allows the oil percolate between copper strands to the wrapped insulation. Hence, this oil will percolate to the conductor and insulation system. Hence, again this oil keeps the conductor and insulation both are under pressure. This oil compresses the layer of paper insulation and prevents the possibility of voids. But a care should be taken. A care should be taken, or the system should be designed in such a way that oil gets expanded. When oil gets expanded due to increase in temperature, the extra oil collects in the reservoir. However, when the cable temperature falls during the light load condition, the oil flows from reservoir to channel. Hence, this is just similar to transformer. When the transformer is loaded, temperature increases on the windings. When the transformer is low loaded, load reduces. Hence, temperature of oil that also goes on reducing. Heating effect is proportional to copper loss. Copper loss is proportional to heating effect and loading condition. Getting the idea? As the load increases means magnitude of current increases. As the magnitude of current increases means I square R loss increases. I square R loss increases means temperature increases. Temperature increases means temperature cooling medium oil temperature also increases, sir. This only happens in cooling system, or it may be related to conductor and insulation systems. Next one, see there, single core sheath channel oil filled cable. This type name only mentioned, name only gives the information. In core sheath channel oil filled cable, see there, you clearly observe the channels are placed in core sheath. In core sheath, channels are there. Through this channel, pressurized oil will circulate. This pressurized oil system compresses entire paper insulation and conductor system. You remember the diagram and few points, sir. Similarly, core, 3-core oil filled cable, and from the diagram only you can present few points. From the diagram only you can present few points. Such type of cable consists 3 cores. Point number 1. Point number 2. Each core is covered by paper insulation. Point number 2. Each core is covered by paper insulation. Then after that a oil ducts are placed in contact with all 3 cables. 3 oil ducts are used. Point number 4. These oil ducts are placed in such a manner all systems should be contacted. Each oil duct comes contact with 2 cores. 2 cores. See the diagram. Each conductor comes in contact with 2 cores. Such a arrangement is made on, sir. This whole assembly is covered by lead sheath. This whole assembly is covered by lead sheath. Then oil, pressurized oil flows through the ducts. This pressurized oil circulation keeps entire 3 core and with paper insulation system should be in pressure. Hence it avoids the formation of voids. Hence it increases a dielectric strength of the medium. The same point already we have discussed, sir. Different pressure arrangements of channels and ducts, that only you refer. There are so many advantages. Formation of voids and ionizations are avoided. Allowable temperature rise and dielectric strength is increased. If void formation decreases means it increases dielectric strength. Then possibility of earth leakage is also reduced. Only disadvantage is high initial cost. High initial cost and complicated in laying system. That is some separate installation system should be required. How the systems are optimization, then cost of the system increases. This is the last category, gas pressure. Now you are getting the idea, sir. The pressure is applied by gaseous system, that is the name. So this is also similar type of cable, similar type of ordinary solid cable except triangular shape. This is only different factor. And one more thing, thickness of lead sheath. Thickness of lead sheath is 75% that of solid cable. The lead sheath acts as a pressure membrane. This provision of lead sheath provides pressure to the whole assembly of cable system. The sheath is protected by thin metal tape. The cable is laid in a gas tight steel pipe. The pipe is filled with dry nitrogen gas 12 to 15 atmosphere. The gas pressure produces radial compression and close the voids. Whenever the electrostatic stresses are produced, those stresses are radial and avoids the formation of voids between paper insulation. Hence naturally it increases the dielectric strength of system even though these cables are operated at high voltage levels. Therefore, these cables are used for high current and operating higher voltage condition than normal cable. Only disadvantage is overall cost of cable is high. These are the latest development in cable system. That's why these latest development in the cable systems makes more compatible along with overhead transmission line system. Earlier development shows that these are useful only for distribution of power with low ratings. Now development of these technologies makes go for optimization of the dielectric strength of the system, makes the use of for higher rating. Even we can use 230 kV lines. Okay. Thank you to one and all, sir.